to the African News Update on Top Accolade News. The headlines: Mozambique swears a new president. Kenya imposes new sugar development levy to boost local industry. Kigali prepares to launch pilots of dedicated bus lanes. Rescue operations conclude at South African gold mine. In politics, Mozambique swears a new president. Mozambique's inauguration of new President Daniel Chapo on Wednesday was marred by protests and unrest following disputed election and deadly violence. Hundreds of opposition supporters gathered in the capital, Maputo, peacefully demonstrating just meters from the ceremony after being blocked by security forces wielding guns and batons. Chapo, who won December's election with 65.17% of the vote, vowed to end the country's ongoing instability and promote social harmony through dialogue. However, the contested result and violent crackdown on protests have left over 300 people dead, according to human rights groups. Opposition leader Venancio Modlani, who continues to challenge the election's legitimacy, is calling for a restoration of electoral truth. Shifting focus to economy, Kenya imposes new sugar development levy to boost local industry. Kenya's Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale has announced the introduction of a new sugar development levy effective February 1st. The 4% levy will be applied to both domestic and imported sugar, aimed at supporting the growth and sustainability of the local sugar industry. Under the new regulation, sugar millers will remit the levy for domestic sugar to the Kenyan Sugar Board, while agents will handle the collection of imported sugar. This move is expected to generate revenue that will strengthen local production, reduce reliance on imports, and provide steady funding for development initiatives in the sector. Moving to infrastructure, Kigali prepares to launch pilots of dedicated bus lanes. The city of Kigali is preparing to roll out its pilot of dedicated bus lanes aimed at alleviating traffic congestion. Starting in the coming months, 2 lanes on the Central Business District Road will be exclusively reserved for buses during peak hours from Monday to Friday. This initiative is part of a broader effort by the government to reduce reliance on private vehicles and promote public transport. This project also includes the installation of new signposts, road markings, and improved traffic lights. Additionally, Kigali is investing in an intelligent transport system to monitor and control traffic flow across the country. With support from the African Development Bank, these measures are expected to streamline urban mobility and foster sustainable growth in Kigali. In disaster, rescue operations conclude at South African gold mine. Rescue teams in South Africa have confirmed that no more illegal miners are believed to be trapped underground at the Stilfontein gold mine, following an intense operation that began on Monday. Since the start of the operation, at least 78 bodies have been recovered, and more than 200 survivors, many of whom had been trapped since November, have been pulled out to safety. Authorities are using the state-of-the-art equipment to confirm the situation on the ground, with a final rescue kit being sent down the mine on Thursday to ensure no more miners remain. The tragedy, which highlights the dangers of illegal mining operations controlled by gangs, has sparked public anger against the government, which has been cracking down on the illegal mining industry. Many of the miners rescued are undocumented migrants from neighboring countries, and they'll face charges related to illegal mining and trespassing. You are watching the African News Update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. Still in disaster, Sudanese army accuses RSF of targeting MEROWE Dam. The Sudanese army has accused the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces of deliberately targeting the MEROWE Dam in the north of the country in an attempt to cripple vital infrastructure. The latest airstrike has caused widespread power outages in multiple Sudanese cities, disrupting essential services. Activists and legal organizations have condemned the attack, stating that they violate international law, which prohibits the targeting of civilian infrastructure. The RSF has yet to comment on the accusations. Moving to health. Marburg outbreak claims 8 lives in northern Tanzania. The World Health Organization has confirmed an outbreak of suspected Marburg disease in northern Tanzania with 8 people dead and 1 other case reported. WHO chief said the death is expected to rise as disease surveillance improves in the region. Marburg, a deadly virus similar to Ebola, spread through close contact with bodily fluids or contaminated surfaces that can be fatal in up to 88% of cases. While there is no authorized vaccine or treatment, the WHO has raised the risk assessment for Tanzania as high to both national and regional levels, urging heightened awareness and precautions. In entertainment, Liverpool's Africa OUTBREAK Festival to skip 2025. The organizers of Liverpool's popular Africa OUTBREAK Festival has announced that there will be no event in 2025, citing rising costs of up to 30% due to the festival's growing popularity. Health and safety and event control alone are expected to cost around £150,000. However, the festival, which celebrates African and Caribbean culture, will return in 2026 with a weekend event scheduled for June 20th to 21st in Sefton Park. They emphasized that the decision was not made lightly, stressing the need for major investment to ensure safety. Liverpool City Council has supported the decision, acknowledging the pressures on large outdoor events post-COVID. Now in sports, CAF increases CHAN winners' prize to $3.5 million. The Confederation of African Football has announced a major boost in the African Nations Championship, increasing the winners' prize to $3.5 million, up 75% from the previous amount. CAF President Patrice Motsepe emphasized that the tournament is crucial for the development of African-based football players and will enhance the global competitiveness of African football. This move is part of a broader strategy to invest and grow the appeal of African football. 17 countries have qualified for the CHAN, which will take place in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. That concludes our African news updates for today. Stay tuned for more African news and developments. Thanks for joining us. I am Ojo Arumi Okocha. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful day.